matchup between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The drive starts with a run by White. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. Well, this defense for the Falcons, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
A first carry for the Fordham Ram, Chase Edmonds. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to...
He was taken down at the 50-yard line. A gain of 15. First down, Tampa Bay.
First down, here's White. They find some open field here. The 20, 10, and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Falcons first and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their own 23. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Blue striker. Red striker. Red.
Back to throw now on second and 10. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Falcons are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business. Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
He'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Ready, ready. Field flag.
He'll look to throw. This is Smith with a grab. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation, and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
Patterson is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Mayfield's throw taken in by Evans here. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. First catch there for Evans, good enough for a 1st down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes that's a danger of putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They go play action. Mayfield. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one. And while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's got Otten. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Buccaneers 7, Falcons 0.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Now a give up the middle. This is White. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Mayfield. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. They'll go up the middle with White. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 79 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half. Here's White. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rachaad White, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
2nd and 5. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to get the football back at their own 17. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Then 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just...
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cordero Patterson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Falcons are back within a score.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden,
he rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, and now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back to throw now on first down. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Desmond Ritter taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Falcons are an extra point away from drawing level.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Opting to run again here with Wright. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up fourth down. Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20.
So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it will be Falcon football.
At their own 34-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And with 40 seconds to go, that's, you'd think, time enough to try to mount a drive should they decide to do so.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw now on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
And, oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up.
I think he just made the punter a little bit jealous there. There was some serious hang time on that ball deep downfield, and while it didn't connect, it certainly sent a message, didn't it?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That third down conversion good for 23.
One of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw.
Goes right back to Smith again. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
Ready?
1st and 10, it's Patterson.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2nd and 6. But it's caught on the right side at Smith.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time.
Picked up by Levante David.
And the Buccaneers will take over possession here up at the 44.
First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He just held the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7.
Back to throw.
This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown Atlanta. Kyle Pitts,
his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Falcons take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White.
And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Mayfield on 1st down.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
So third down, and the Falcons going with a dime. 6 defensive backs. To throw, Mayfield. This one taken in by Otten. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Mayfield on play action. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit him over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Now back to the ground game with White.
And some room to run now.
118 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
From the red zone now, Mayfield.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mayfield.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Well, this drive, they're perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. They run straight ahead here with White, and he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying this game here on the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
And some space here. Touchdown, Falcons! And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
You break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Crew able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Following the touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Mayfield looks to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Mayfield down. He's got Otten. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Out route, and the ball is caught by Godwin. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Here's 2nd and a yard. Mayfield off the play fake. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear of risking a deep ball there, but wasn't enough to get him the completion.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Now a give to White. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They stay on the ground with White. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And this one is incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Mayfield to throw it. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Handoff running left, Patterson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 145 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, going back to Patterson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Koo knocks this one through the post. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly.
He's got a man. Complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Here's Baker.
And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time.